All right, you've got a great idea and you want to manufacture it overseas, but it's a little bit scary. But maybe you want to manufacture it here in the United States. You can watch this video. Okay, everybody, this is Stephen Key on inventRightTV. Hey, this is really important. You better watch what's going on here. If you've got an idea and you want to manufacture it, wow, it could be difficult to do. But hey, I think this person has a solution for you. Spencer, thank you for coming on inventRightTV.
Thank you, Stephen. It's Friday and it's a good day and we're excited for this.
All right, come on now. I've got this great idea, and the only option I really have, I cannot make it in the United States. It's too expensive. Tooling is way out of line. I've got to go overseas, work with China, maybe some other country. Communication's terrible. It's just awful. The whole process is scary. Do I have to go out there? But you've got a great solution. Tell me what you're doing and how you're helping us inventors and entrepreneurs.
Well, what you said is right. We have two companies. We have one as a vacuum manufacturing company, and it traditionally has used a lot of injection molding. And just like you said, you have molds, you have overseas, you have even molds. We have molds in the States. We have molds in Utah, which is like an hour from us, and it's still a pain. And so during COVID, we had a $4 part that we couldn't sell because it was stuck on a boat off the shore of Long Beach, and we couldn't sell a $400 vacuum for a $4 part. And we're like, this is ridiculous. This is so dumb. So we said, is 3D printing, also known as additive manufacturing, the way to do it? So we started making some parts for our vacuums, and we got the right cost, we got the right quality, and we could skip the injection molding part, which is awesome. And then so right during COVID, then other companies had the same problems. So we started making phone cases, we started making nozzles for crop duster planes. We opened Merit3D just to help companies skip China, Asia, skip injection molding, and go straight to like a
No,
3D part without any molds.
wait a minute. Molds are expensive. Okay. And you're saying I don't need a mold now?
For many applications, you don't have to have a mold, and it's cool to see how the market is adapting.
Okay.
And how, I mean, you get some applications, you get FDA, you get some medical, you get some aerospace parts that people love the tried and true, and the parts that have certifications, which 3D is so new that it's growing, but a lot of those certifications don't exist. But for commodity parts that don't require that,
All right.
it's an easier step into the market for
Okay.
sure.
I've got some questions here. Quality. Is the quality the same?
We get asked that question all the time, all the time. I have some videos because that was one of when we switched to 3D, we had to have the right cost, the right quality, and the right scalability. And so like you can take some parts and you can chuck them on the ground and they're just going to bounce, and that wasn't the case even 2 years ago. Like some of the materials, you'd take them, you could break them, but like there's parts now that you can.
Okay. All right. So the quality's there. All right. Let's talk about scale, because hey, I need 10,000 of these. Can you scale?
Scaling is fun as well. So here's a funny story. So we had this part, it was a binocular tether. It was about the size of this. And we got an order for 5,000 of them, we printed them. We got an order for 25,000 of them, we printed them. We got an order for 60,000 of these tethers. And I went to my team and I said, hey, cost, quality, scalability. Scalability is the third one. How quick can we print this? And they came back and they're like, well, we think we can do it in about 2 weeks. I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like, how quick can we print this? This is probably the world record for the most 3D parts printed at once.
Okay.
And so they came back the next day and they're like, if the stars align, we can print it in a day.
Okay.
I'm like,
everybody, you know what's really crazy about this? If you're working overseas, to be on a boat, to work with them over there, it takes months. If you're lucky, it takes months, and you can do it within weeks. That's amazing.
Yeah. And that 60,000 part we printed in one day. It took a couple of weeks of preparing, but we hit print at 8 o'clock in the morning. We delivered all the order at 4:30 in the afternoon to the customer.
Okay, cost. Come on, those molds, it's cheap in China. Come on. Can you compete with that?
Costs are coming down. but the reality of it is we're probably about 3 times the price of a regular injection molded part without the cost of a mold. So like a part this size, if you're going to inject it, we're going to say 20 cents. Like
Okay.
this is probably a 50 to 60 cent item today.
Okay.
But we have some brand new material in that we're trying that is half the cost
Okay.
of the other material
So it's
that
a
we've
little
been
bit more.
using.
So it's a little bit more, but you guys are, you have sometimes you have to pay a little bit more, better quality. You can control it. It's going to be there at your door really, really quickly. I get it. I love it. So, but
But when the stars align and that cost gets to where it's whatever that word, when it's, my
compare.
mind is saying blank, comparable with injection molding prices,
Okay.
like
Incredible.
this market is just going to explode.
Okay. So you've changed the game.
It's awesome.
Hey, how's your product performing? If you're ready to increase your sales and expand your distribution by using other people's money, InventRight can help. We will connect you with major companies that already have the resources to take your product nationwide. So go to inventright.com, click on Contact Us. We'd like to hear more about your product so we can let you know how we can help you. This is our Gateway program, so make sure to ask about Gateway when you reach out. Now let's get back to the show.
What I don't understand is the tariffs. People are crying about that. Most people, if they're manufacturing in China, they're looking for another place to manufacture. That's a really pain, another country,
Mm-hmm.
do all that kind of stuff. But more than that, it's the time. For me, to work with all these problems, it's a big deal. And
Time is money.
it is. And the communication is never really great. I might get something that doesn't work. It's on a container. There's all these problems. So you've got solutions to all this. Where are you located?
Price, Utah, rural coal mining community out in Utah. We have a guy that was a coal miner and we converted him to a CAD designer. I love it.
Wow. So you're taking all the pain out of working overseas and bringing it here to the United States by doing 3D printing. The
Yeah,
quality has changed over the years, hasn't it?
absolutely. Absolutely.
The speed,
This
the
is
quality.
a
Yeah.
this is a gun grip, and you can just see, like, you look at this part and you're like, there is no way that is 3D printed.
Wow. So tell me the downs. Okay, let's get down to it. What are the downsides here? Do I have any? This sounds too good to
So
be true.
I kind of touched on a little bit. The downside is, one, the cost. Like, we lose more deals because at the end of the day, people don't care how it's made. They care that the quality is there and the cost is there.
Okay.
And so the cost, once you get around 100, 200,000 pieces, sometimes less, but then they're like, it's a numbers game. I'm just going to go buy a mold, which means most of the time they have to go to China to get that mold. So that's
True.
the first one. The second one is, because the materials are so new, that, like, FDA is, just 2 months ago, a material came out that's FDA approved for, like, spatulas and other stuff, but the price on that material is just so high still.
Okay.
So certifications is one, and the price is the other big thing.
Got it. That's not much. How can people find you?
We do a lot on LinkedIn. I would love to connect on LinkedIn.
Okay.
We try to keep it real. Like, we try to just inform people on what is the atmosphere and the environment of these new technologies, and how do we
Love it.
do it. So that's, merit3d.com is our website.
Okay.
But
I
we
saw
love entrepreneurs.
I saw on your website that you can actually give a cost estimate. Is that true?
Yeah. So we have anywhere from one part, which we don't, most of our orders are in the thousands. They're like 5,000 to 10,000 pieces at a time. But yeah, being able to say, hey, what's my injection mold? Like, injection molding takes a long time, right? You get a cost of the mold, you change it, you change materials, whatever you do. But this is an instant estimate, up to 1,000,000 pieces.
That's amazing. Okay, let's talk about CAD drawings because I'm going to need CAD drawings. Do you supply that?
We can. Yeah, we have in-house engineers, designers, that you bring us a napkin sketch and we can design it. You bring us a part that's half baked, we can help tweak it. Or you bring us a part that you've printed on your printer at home in the shop and you're ready to go. Let's crank them out.
Okay. So when I get my 1,000 units, I still have to do the packaging myself. You don't do that, do you?
For some customers, we do. We do assembly, we do packaging, we do, yeah.
And you,
We don't do complex like circuit boards, electronics, stuff like that. We don't, but
okay.
many times we'll take a part, we'll mix it with another part, we'll put it in a bag, we'll seal it, we'll package it and ship it.
So you really
Not like drop ship, but we'll package them in, thousands at a time and ship them to a customer so they can ship the individuals.
very nice. Did I miss anything? I don't think.
The manufacturing environment is changing. It's so awesome.
Yeah. Wait,
Stephen, I've been to China a few times, and there's the environment there is, I love it actually. I do love it. There's a huge ocean between us, but their capabilities are amazing. And I love seeing how we are starting to catch up in capabilities,
yeah.
and we don't have an ocean between us.
Well, you know, the other thing that bothers me is that I have this idea and I know I'm going to send it over to China. Are they going to steal it? Are they going to sell it back out the door? I mean, somehow it scares me a little bit because I know they don't respect IP like we do. So you
Yeah.
guys, this is really important. If you're starting a company and you want to think about manufacturing and you don't want to go overseas, but you really want to check this out because I'll tell you, I like that they're doing it here. Its quality is spectacular. You can talk to someone that actually speaks English very, very well. And it just seems so much easier. Is that
So
it? I love it.
one other thing that I really love, especially in the entrepreneurial world, and because an inventor will come out with a part and they say, this is my part, this is an inch hole, I'm going to send it out to the market, I'm going to do 10,000 of them. Well, when the market comes back and they say, hey, this needs to be 1.1 inches, all of a sudden it's a huge process to be able to change a mold. But in the 3D world, you're just like, oh yeah, we'll make it bigger, we'll change the revision number on your part, and your customer's right. Like, you don't have to spend years or months validating your idea. You can be like, this is it. I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to get feedback. And then if it's wrong or it needs to be adjusted, I can change it and I can just keep going.
Okay, let's list all the things here. Number one, in the United States, it's close by. It feels a little safer from an IP standpoint. Cost, it's getting there, it's lowering down, but still taking all the hassle out. It might be a little bit more, but God, so much easier. Scalability, you're there. Quality, you're there. And if you have to tweak it, you can do that too. I love it. Spencer, thank you very much. You guys check it out. I think this gives you another option to get in the game of being an entrepreneur and get those products out on the store shelf. This is Stephen Key, inventRightTV. Spencer, thank you so much for helping so many of us.
Thanks, Stephen.